So, welcome to the video lecture series on theory of computation. In today's video lecture, we'll be learning about the way of deriving an expression from a following grammar. And this expression can be derived in two ways, either leftmost derivation or rightmost derivation can be done. And finally, we will draw the pictorial representation or the parse tree which is connected with this expression. Now, the question has been given like this: B star inside the brackets we have b plus a11. This has to be derived from this following grammar. We have altogether 10 productions here. So using these 10 productions, we have to derive this expression. So uh, let us see how it can be done. Okay, so the first step what we have to do is, so we have to take which expression has to be applied, which grammar has to be applied first here. Now we will take this b star into b. So first we have to apply this e star e production here. So first we will apply e derives e star e. Now this is actually called as rule number 2. So I apply rule number 2 first. Now I want to get this brackets here. I want to get this brackets. So now which production actually generates this brackets here? We can go for rule number 3. Rule number 3, E has the replacement for with the help of brackets now. Now we will just take this rightmost E. This rightmost E, we will try to replace this. So E star E. This rightmost E is replaced by E now. So this is rule number 3. Now the next, what we have to do here is, we will try to replace this inside this bracket. You have again plus symbol. Okay, so plus symbol can be generated with the help of the first production. So this E will try to replace this E with the help of brackets here, the first rule. So E star E. So this E is getting replaced by E plus E. So now you just make this E plus E. So now what symbol I am using here? I am using rule number 1. So rule number 1 I am applying here. Now finally we have to replace everything by a terminal. Now we will try to replace from the left side onwards. We will make leftmost derivation for this. So E can be replaced by B. So B is actually replaced by I. Okay, now what we'll do is, we want to get B here. So E has to be replaced by I so that I can be replaced by B. So now what we'll do is, we will replace this E by I. So E is replaced by I star E plus E brackets here. So now the production number 4 I am applying here. So rule number 4 I am applying here. Now this E I can be replaced by B here. B is actually rule number 6. Okay, so this I can be replaced by B. So E plus E. Now this is rule number 6. Now once again what we have to do is, now this job has been done. So inside this brackets, the first E has to be replaced by B. So that what we can do is, E, we will replace this E by I, then later replace this I by B now. So I want to replace this E. So B star E is replaced by I. So I want to replace this by I now. E is replaced by I plus E. Okay, so this is again, I apply rule number 4. Now finally this I can be replaced by B. So B star I can be replaced by B now, B plus E, and this can be taken as rule number 4, rule number 5, rule number 6. Okay, so finally we have got 2 elements of terminals here. So finally we have to take this A11. So what is the way of taking this A11? So now the first symbol what you have to do here is, you will try to replace this I by, you will replace this E by I, then I by I1. Okay, so now B star B plus E can be replaced by I. E can be replaced by I. So first we will replace by I. Now which production number this? This is called as roll number 4. Now the only way of getting this 1 can be done with the help of I, can be replaced by I1, isn't it? So which is this rule number? This rule number is called as rule number 10, isn't it? Rule number 10. So now we will just replace this B star, B plus, I can be replaced by this, I can be replaced by I1. So this is rule number 10. Now I have got 1A, 1, still one more 1 has to get generated here. So what we can do is this I can be replaced multiple times, isn't it? Okay. Again, this I can be replaced by I1. Okay, this I can be replaced by I1. So now we will do like this, B star, B plus, I can be replaced by again I1. So already 1 is there. So now this is also rule number 10. Now almost the job is done. Now what we have to get is, we have to get only this A. Now A is actually, I can be replaced by A with the help of rule number 5. So now see here. So B star B, this I can be replaced by A now, A11. So this is rule number 5. So whatever we have done here is called as the leftmost derivation, because we start to replace from left to right, isn't it? Okay. So we try to replace from left to right. So this is called as leftmost derivation. Okay. Now we will try to derive the same thing using the rightmost derivation. We will try to replace by rightmost derivation. Okay. Now I just draw here rightmost derivation. Rightmost derivation. Okay. First, E can be replaced by E star E. Okay. Now what we can do is, I will replace this E first. Okay. This E can be replaced by E now. Okay. Now this is again rule number 2. So E star, this E will be replaced by this one. So this is rule number 3. Now what we can do is, again we will replace this E now. So E star, so this E can be replaced by E plus E. So E plus E. Now this is rule number 1. Rule number 1. Now instead of replacing from left side, we will try to replace this E from right side onwards. So first we want to derive this, get E, this E has to be derived as A11. So what we can do is, this E has to be first replaced by I. So E star E, and this E has to be replaced by I. So E can be replaced by I using the rule number 4. Rule number 4. Now this I can be replaced by I1. So now see here, E star E, this I can be replaced by I1 first. So I can replace this by I1. So this is rule number 10. Okay. Again this I can be replaced by I1. So that I will get two ones here. So E star E plus again I11. Already 1 is there. Now this is again rule number 10. Now what I want to get, I already got 1 here. Now I want to replace it by A. So I can be replaced by A using rule number 5. So now see here, E star E, E plus. So this I can be replaced by A now. So this is rule number 5. Okay. Now we try to replace the rightmost element we have replaced. Now we will just move towards the left. Now this E has to be replaced. So this E can be replaced by I first. Okay. So now see here, E star, this E has to be replaced by I plus A11. Okay. Now this, which rule I am applying? I am applying rule number 4. Okay. Now we'll go for the next one. Now this I has to be replaced by B, because so E star I can be replaced by B plus A11. So this B we can derive it from rule number 6. Okay. Again, finally we move towards the leftmost one. Leftmost non-terminal is called as E. This E will be replaced by I by B plus A11. And which rule it is? It can be applied called as rule number 6. Sorry, rule number 4. This is rule by rule number 4. Okay, now this I has to be replaced by B now. So B star B plus A11. This is rule number 6. Okay, since we are deriving this, this is called as rightmost derivation. Okay. Oh. Okay. So welcome back. Now, what we have to do is we have to just draw a tree for this respective derivations. We'll try to draw this tree now. For instance, see here. Now this is called as a leftmost derivation. So first we will take that E is actually derived as E star E. So now I will take this one. E is derived as E. Now in the middle you have star and in the right you have E again. Now you just see here, this E has to be derived as E with brackets now. So I just derive this E. Left side you have brackets, in the middle you have E, and in the right also you have brackets. Now the next one is this E has to be derived as E plus E. Now this E has to be derived as E plus E. So left side you have E, in the middle you have plus, in the right you have E. Okay. Now we have to replace this E by I. So that means the leftmost E has to be replaced by I. So I just replace this E by I. Okay. Now the next is this E has to be this I has to be replaced by B. So we'll try to replace this I by B. Okay. Now we'll go for the next one. Now next, this E has to be replaced by I. Though this E is here, this has to be replaced by I. Next, this I has to be replaced by B. Okay, in the very next step. So this I has to be replaced by B. It has been done. Now what we have to do is we have to go on the right. So this E has to be replaced by I. So this E has to be replaced by I. It has been done. Now this I has to be replaced by I1. So here I replace this I by I and 1 on the right side. Again this I has to be replaced by again I1 here, isn't it? So here this I has to be replaced by I and 1. And finally what we are going to do here is this I has to be replaced by A, isn't it? So we'll just replace this I by A. So when you actually read from left to right, you will get a symbol. So we have to read all the leaf nodes now. All the leaf nodes are B star B, B star open brackets B plus then A 1 1 and close brackets. Okay, so this is the derivation tree for leftmost derivation. Okay. Now we have two types of derivations. One is called as leftmost derivation. Another we have to draw it for rightmost derivation. Okay. We'll go for the rightmost derivation now. Okay. Now the rightmost derivation is like this, isn't it? We'll go for this. So the rightmost derivation. Now first you take this one. E is actually abbreviated as E star E. Okay. Again, this E is actually replaced by open bracket C. So the rightmost E has to be replaced by, so A small mistake has been committed, so I just take this now. Okay, now this, now I have E now, so this E, close brackets. Now this E has to be replaced plus E plus E. Now this E will be replaced by E plus E. Okay, now once again we will replace the rightmost E. So rightmost E is here. So E, this should be replaced by I, and this I has to be replaced by I1. So now it is I1. Again this I has to be replaced by I1. So I and 1. And the very next step I has to be replaced by A. So now I make A here. Okay. Now we have to move towards the left now. So when you move on the left, E is actually replaced by I. So that means this E has to be replaced by I. Then this I has to be replaced by B. So now I replace by B. Now we move on the left now. So when we move on the left, E has to be replaced by I. So this E has to be replaced by I. And finally this I has to be replaced by B. So now we will replace by B. Now we read from left to right, you will get the same string now. Now this is called as a derivation tree. It is called as a derivation tree for rightmost derivation. For rightmost derivation. Okay. So that's about the way of deriving a string from the respective production rules. So thanks for watching the video. Have a good day.